Greetings, Internet, and welcome to Aaron Plays, and I hope you're doing fantastically well. This will be turn 8 of my playthrough of the Chosin Reservoir campaign from Fields of Fire, Volume 2. Mission 1. It's been interesting. United States Marine Corps versus the Communist Chinese. And, they say, 3 turns left to go, turns 8, 9, and 10. I need to occupy, well, clear and secure either this objective here or this objective here to win this particular mission. We have a unit onto the back row here. I don't have to clear all the other rows. That's not an objective in this game. It's just that either one of those two. So we had second platoon. This is second platoon here, moving around whilst engaging the Chinese heavily to the front, which means there's less chance of draws for these actual potential contact markers, which seems to be working so far. But as I say, only 3 turns to go. Well, let's get on with them then. So we have first of all to draw for the HQ event, see if we have one. And we do not. Then we have the battalion HQ, activate in the company HQ, wherever he is. Assume he's under here. There we go. Last turn, third platoon, HQ has taken casualty. So let's flip that. So we've got to worry about that little particular problem. Company HQ, then we have to see on his impulse how many commands he gets. 4. Looking at the big number there, 4. Right, let's zoom in a little bit and see where he actually is. Right, he's still down here in the staging area. So he's veteran, so he gets an additional 1 to make 5. He's not undercover. So there we go. He's got 5. Right, so last time we sent a runner to the company sergeant. So we'd already paid for that command, so that activates the company sergeant. Wherever he is, there he is. So flip him. And then the runner returns back here to the company HQ. So we could send another runner out, but that would take a command. Let's be careful with our commands. So we've got 5. Our sergeant's activated. Who's here? He could construct a new 3rd platoon commander from that. So I have to worry about that a little bit later. So we definitely want to activate 2nd platoon because they're the ones that are doing the pushing. So where's 2nd platoon? He's here. So flip that for 1. Might as well flip for 1st platoon for 2. Because 1st platoon HQ is here. Therefore, direct telephone communication. 2nd platoon is here. I forgot to put a telephone wire down into this. Oh, what's this? That's the machine gun platoon. Has he got a telephone? He has. Whew. Thank for that. So link from HQ to this HQ through to the 2nd platoon. I should have put a wire down in there. Okay. So that's the 2 platoon HQs. Okay. XO is here. So that's direct communicate. Well, it's still telephone, but we'll activate him as well. So that's 3. 1st platoon, 2nd platoon. XO is 3. Is there anything else we need to bring in? No. So do I move him forward now? We've got 3 units here. and the FAC, air support. Um, I think I will save those two for next turn. So use 3, leaves him with 2, flip that. Okay. So now it's the platoon HQs and CO staff impulse. So we're going to start with my most active platoon, which is second platoon. See how many commands we get for him. Can I bite my tongue? 1. That is bloody useless. He's undercover, so that's 2, and that's it. He's not a veteran or anything, so he gets 2. He had 1 left over, so he's got a total of 3. That's not great. He's got a total of 3. Right, okay. So what are we trying to do? All right, so we've got this assault team here. They will hopefully, with initiative, move this way. They're giving covering fire on that guy. So the platoon HQ is here. We have got 2 squads up on this rocky hill here, and we are giving rifle fire. That was automatic, so is it automatic weapon fire now? No, it's not. Is there anything else giving automatic weapon fire there? Because there's a crossfire marked. Why is there a crossfire mark there? Okay, so we've got this guy firing in there. Who else is firing in there? Oh, I've marked it with a crossfire. Oh yeah. This machine gun firing on from level 2 hill, level 3 to level 4 is providing the automatic weapons. Right. The crossfire is coming from the squad, so they can stay there. So the platoon, he's got 3 orders. He will move himself up into that cover where everybody is at the moment. So he moves up and he will. So I remember this time he has, where is he? First, second platoon. He's got some wire. So he will bring that wire with him or drop the wire there. Okay, phone line. So we've got 2 orders left. I should mark him as exposed. Right. Now, I want to move. I don't want to do a platoon move. So I want to keep someone on here. Do we want to occupy this hill? Can't go diagonally, as we know. I don't think we need to go into these open hills. Let them rest. Why create more enemy than we need? Okay. So we've got machine gun fire coming from here. And we've got 2 orders. So I'm going to move the RT to here as well with his radio. And that'll mark him as exposed. Leave me 1 order. I'll tell the platoon to move up. Sorry, the squad to move up. Mark as exposed. Okay, so it's just the machine gun that isn't exposed on there. Yeah. So we've got a squad in there as support, backup. Okay, I'm just going to tidy this up a little bit. They're all under that cover. And he's used all his orders. Didn't get many, but they're all gone. Flip. Right. So over to first platoon, who has been engaging with the enemy here. Okay. Let's see how many orders they get. 2. Well, that's 100% improvement. 2. Ah, where's the platoon leader? There he is. He's undercover. 3. Veteran. 4. 4. Already has 1. He has 5. 5 orders. Okay. Now, they're on level 3 ground. Level 2 ground over there, and back to level 3 over here. So we have been engaging this force with artillery. So let's keep that up, shall we? So he orders the battalion mortar to carry on firing over here. Now, battalion mortar, how much has he got left? Got 2 lots of HE. Let's bring in 2 lots, 1 lot of HE then. Okay, so he has a draw of 4. And it's now his acquired target there, isn't it? Yeah. So he has a draw of 5. 1. Yes. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So that comes in. So I need to place a pending 3. There we go. And we need to consume that ammunition. So decrease mission, boom. Okay, so that's 1 order, leaving him 4 left. These are right under the cover, aren't they? No one's firing on this card. There's just a little more to there. He's got 3 guys back here, but well, there's not much we can do about them. So is it worth at present moment? These are firing all pinned +2. We've got a pinned squad. We've got an unpinned assault team there. That's providing the automatic foot weapons fire. So we will move another squad forward. So we're going to try to infiltrate there. So it's a line squad, so it draws 2 cards. 1. Yeah. Should we exhort them? We will exhort them. That means we draw an additional card. Come on, you know how to do this. They do. So they come on there unpinned. Excellent. Okay. So he had 5 artillery. So he's down to 2. He had 5. Organize the artillery, move the squad, and then exhorted them. That takes an extra command. Leaves him with 2 left. I think we're okay with 2. I think we'll put those in the bank for next turn. Let's flip that. Right. That means we've got the XO and the first sergeant to activate. So let's start with the first sergeant. He's got 4. Where is the first sergeant? He's here. He's veteran. That's 5. He's not got he's not undercover, so he gets 5. He's already got 1, so it takes him to 6. Okay, so we need to create a new platoon commander for 3rd platoon. Okay, so this would be reconstitute a platoon HQ. Requires an originator HQ staff to order, even if carried out in general initiative. So the originator is a company staff member. The recipient is a company staff or any good order unit from the platoon. So he's going to ask it to this unit here, 2/3. Reduce the recipient by 1 step or remove the CO staff unit and place the platoon HQ back into play on that card at a green experience level. So we're going to flip this, detach step, or we just flip it. Can we just flip it? Hmm. Okay, I had to create a fire team. I'll delete that now. I don't need the fire team. 1 step was taken from 2/3 to make the third platoon HQ, who's now green. So basically, company sergeant's going, you're now in command of these guys, to one of the probably more experienced um, corporals or maybe even the sergeant of that squad. The reason why they'd be probably marked green, well, because it's the rules, but from a narrative point of view, he's now in command of a platoon rather than a squad. So, yeah. So that's the first order from the company sergeant. So that leaves him with 4 remaining. Okay, so at the present moment, this recoilless rifle has been firing on here. I don't know why the PDF is missing. So let's put that back to the top. Yeah, because they were firing on this card here. That's how we got the crossfire. Um, that's automatic. We don't need to do any subtractions there. So I think we could now safely move the company sergeant forward. I say safely. Um, yeah, move the company sergeant forward. So there's a volume of fire on this card. So we will try to infiltrate. He is a veteran, so we'll be drawing 3 cards. 1, 2, and he does it. Excellent. Into here. Right. Now that he's here, he will order this heavy mortar. How much fire has that got left? A heavy mortar, the 4.2 mortar, has 1 round of HE left. Well, let's bring it in then, shall we? They're drawing 2. It's the acquired target, so they're drawing 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. It's in. Okay, so we now need to place a that's a -5. Volume fire marker -5. Where is -5? There it is. Because okay, and then that means fire missions. He's done. He got no more. Decrease missions. There we go. Right. So that's in. That puts my sergeant down with, he started with 5. He made create the HQ. There's 1. He's moved 2, and he's ordered more, so that's 3. He's got 2 remaining. He's got 2 remaining. Okay, he tells this paralyzed team to get back there. 1 remaining. That does get marked as exposed. 1 remaining. I think we're going to look for some cover here. In fact, he'll tell the veteran. Yeah, it tells the veteran squad to look for cover. So they're drawing 2 cards. 1, no. 2, yes. So we found some cover. Right. So not you. Just the squad at the moment is in the cover. So they will be marked exposed. So I don't think you can infiltrate while looking for cover. Okay. That squad had the smoke. Right. So we do have volume of fire from here as well, but it's all pinned. So I suppose we should mark that as rotate. Flip dual side. Okay, so that's company sergeant. He's got 1 order. Hold on, let me just double check. Created the platoon HQ, moved, told the paralyzed team to go back 3, water 4, cover 5. Yeah, all orders used. He had 6. Oh, he's therefore got 1 left. Yeah, let's keep him with 1 left. Right, the EXO. The EXO, he's now got 4. Where's the EXO? I think he's way back here. He is. So he's not undercover, but he's a veteran. So he's got 5 orders. Okay. What to do with the EXO? Is there any point moving the machine gun up? Of course there is. Actually, probably there isn't. Okay, so he moves himself up for 1. So that'll mark him as exposed. Leaves him 4 remaining. There's no volume of fire on here, so we can remove the pinned and take. Yeah, remove the pinned. So that's another one. So leaves him with 3. Change the paralyzed into a litter. Leaves him with 2. Change the litter to a fire team. He's with 1. And reconstitute him back into the squad. Again, I think that's automatic. Alrighty. Well, reconstitute with supplementing. That's automatic. So he goes supplement with a lat, back to 4, and that is gone. And that's all the orders for the XO. Right. Okay, so we now go to the initiative impulse. My 3rd platoon has been reconstituted, so he can now try and do something. He's got 4. He's green, he's 3, and he's not undercover. So it is 3. Right. Okay. What to do with him? First sergeant's not undercover. The only one's undercover is that squad. So the 75 mil is fire in there, so we don't need that to, it can overhead fire, so that's fine. So we're going to order 3/3 into that cover, and they're going to try and infiltrate. So they're drawing. Did I miss the reshuffle part way through? Might have done. 3/3. Okay. Drawing 2 cards. 1, 2. No. They've got to the cover, but they're exposed. Okay. So we're still putting on here now. Oh, wait a minute. We can't be firing on 2 cards, can we? That's why we were firing on here and not on this one. So that was correct last time. Flip. Yes. They were firing on here. Because we were firing on here. We were putting all pinned fire now. Now we're down to small arms. Right. Okay. So we had 3, so he's now got 2. Does he move forward himself? Okay, we've got to start thinking about getting our casualties off. So he's going to try and infiltrate under this cover. He's green, so he just draws 1 card. No. So now he is exposed there as well. That leaves us with 1. Okay, we are going to detach. You know what? Actually, I'm going to keep my 1. I'm going to keep my 1. Well, it wasn't flipped anyway. Okay, so that just leaves these mortar sections and platoon sections. The mortar section. All right, that's this over here. So he draws a card. He's got 4. All he's doing, well, he had been firing here. The sergeant hasn't got a radio, so he can't tell him to fire here. We've got a pending fire mission here anyway, and a pending fire mission here. So is it time to move it forward? Yes, it is. Moves there exposed. And he moves on there exposed. So that's 2. All right. So technically he got 4. He's a line unit, so he's on 10 at the moment. He's just used 2. Next one, he gets them to look for cover. They're veterans, they're drawing 3 cards. 1, 2, yeah, found it, 3. So place cover. There, undercover, he's not. They found it, so it's 3. And he will move into there as well. So they can't fire this turn. They won't be consuming ammo. This PDF has now gone. Okay. So that was a crossfire that now no longer exists. The heavy weapons fight is still coming in from this 75mm via this PDF there. These are firing there. Okay. All right. So he used a total of 1, 2, 3, 4 orders there, which is the 4 he picked up this round. So that brings him back to 6, which he'll save. Machine gun platoon gets 3. Let's reshuffle those. There's this guy here who's carrying rocket ammunition, wasn't it? Right, yes. Now, I put two. So he's carrying those two. He now moves over to here and gives it to this guy here, who's now picked up two ammo that we can now delete. And that's him marked as exposed. And he's done two orders, one to move across and one to deliver. That's what we really want to do. So he drew three. He's only used two, and he can save up to 9. So there we go. Anything else we want to do with it? No. Right. Anyone else on that? Yes, we have the company Gunny. He's the only one there, so he gets 1. Where is he? Where is the guy? He's here. Okay. Yeah. We're going to use his 1 to move forward to there. Mark exposed. And that's his 1 done. Right. General initiative impulse. 2. I was about to say 4 then. 2. 2. Right. Well, this guy moves into here. Mark as exposed. That's 1. That leaves me 1. Now, I think I want to keep this machine gun shooting here. And that squad's still shooting there, keeping the crossfire. But do we want to bring the arty in? So that's one option. Second option is to move this platoon. Okay, so we've got 3 turns left. So if this guy moves into here in turn 8, he can move into here for turn 9. He can move into this card for turn 10. Oh, we've already moved in this turn, so we can't move him twice. Darn it. So, yeah, not being able to move diagonal. We're cutting it a very, very slim. If only he can get there. The machine gun can move up there, but then that would stop this shot or change it from automatic to. We might not have enough men to do this, you know. We don't have enough. We move the medium machine gun at that. That would stop that fire. We've got 1 left. I think that's what we have to do, though. Well, he's still pinned, but he has got no other target at the present moment, so he would actually he mark. Oh, sorry, hold on, not the unit card. Place a PDF on the top. That now actually comes over here. Rotate counterclockwise, and that's an all pin shot on here. Oh, come on. There we go. There we go. That answers my question. Can we get, as my last command, artillery? He's drawing, how much artillery has he got left? He's got 2 shots. Okay. All right, let's do that. Don't know why that keeps popping up. Okay, so the artillery will try and bring some fire on here. He's drawing, not sure. Is it 4 artillery FOs? You're drawing 4. So 1, yes. That's the third. Fourth one, yes. Okay, so we now got a -5 on this card. Volume of fire, artillery, fire mission -5, pending. Okay, so fire mission itself is that one there. Decrease. Okay. So that's my initiatives all done. So that's it. Right. Oh, and now we can move the arty to there. Over to the enemy. They have a HQ event. Right, what do they get? Well, 10 is option 5. Option 5, fall back. All non-paralyzed units on or adjacent to US occupied cards move. Marked exposed, straight up 1 card. All that planning. All non-paralyzed units on or adjacent to US occupied card move. Marked exposed, straight up 1 card back. Oh dear. So that means this guy moves back to there. Right, so he's now marked as exposed. Okay, so that's him done. I'll change all the PDFs in a moment. Right, these 2 guys fall back to here. It says straight back, all non-paralyzed, so that's them 2. They're marked as exposed. Mark as exposed. Okay, let's put that out of the way for the moment. Okay, continuing. Right. All non-paralyzed. These are non-paralyzed, so they fall back to there. Get marked as exposed. So this will mean that they won't get any activation going on, will they? Because they're all going back. He falls back to there. This is straight back, so mark as exposed. He goes back to there. Okay. He falls back to there. He falls back to there. Right, hold on, let's move that over a little bit. Okay, paralyzed guy stays where he was. All right. Is that it? Enemy-wise? It is. How fascinating this game is. That just changes the whole, well, I won't say the whole dynamic, but all right, so let's do a little bit of updating. Okay. So on here, that's gone. We're still firing automatic weapons onto this dude at the moment, so that's fine. On here, that's gone because there's nobody firing from here anymore. That's gone. We're still firing on that card. So we've got pending artillery fire coming in there. Well, the last of the mortars, but We weren't to know they were going to fall back, were we? Okay, with that there, right. These guys have got no one to fire at close range. No, 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 no. Right. These guys. Oh, so from here, we have still got small arms. That's the small arms there. Right. He's got a fire team here now who can fire card with most. That's 4, 7. So they'll be firing on here. So that will be changing in a moment when the artillery becomes active. I just want to get it up to date now. Okay. So that's them firing there. This is still firing into here with that machine gun there still creating the crossfire. Again, it's going to be changed because of the artillery. Right. So this guy. Okay. Place the PDF on the left. We'll fire on there. He is still pinned, so it's all pinned. That's still correct. These fell back and would now be firing on there. So that actually creates an all pinned place crossfire on there from him and from him. Though again, that's going to cease in a minute when we activate the artillery. Is that right? I think so. Okay, so there is no enemy activation check segment because they've done. Right, capture segment. Right, capture any paralyzed or litter teams alone on a card with unpinned infantry units. All right, so we capture this paralyzed guy because we got this guy's unpinned. So he's captured. All right, so hold on, let me activate that card. So prisoners captured. So that means we've got to escort him. I suppose we could take the assault team down, couldn't I? No, because then we'd have to detach. We get this as a free detachment. So we will detach a step, detach his assault team, and away they go, escorting that prisoner. What had happened to him now? Oh, he's still there. Oh, for Pete's sake, sometimes. Right, okay. Right, let's move you up a little bit. All right, there you go. You escort him back. Bring that down again. Right. Any other paralyzed dudes that we capture? Doesn't look like it, no. Um, then enemy casualties on unoccupied or friendly occupied cars are captured. So we capture this one, and enemy casualties on unoccupied and friendly occupied cars are captured as per 8.3. Enemies do not capture casualties. So we capture these 3 as well. So those are captured. Hold on, got to move that up a little bit again. And he's captured. Oh, they're evacuated. Okay, so we captured them. I think that's right because they're 8.15.1. Let me double check that. No, that wasn't correct because there's still a potential contact marker there. That stops those other 3 being taken. So let's bring those 3 back. Not 4, come on. 1, 2, 3. The other one was taken, but those 3 aren't because there's still a potential contact A there. And those, well, there's still enemy there anyway. So no, we've just taken the one and the paralyzed guy. Okay. Fire update segment. All right. So boom. Oops, that one's gone. That now becomes active. Boom. And that becomes active. Boom. Right. With that becoming active, that PDF comes away. So we delete that one. So that crossfire goes. So it's still all pin fire coming in there. We can't fire back there. Okay. I think that's that. Potential contact evaluation. Are we now still, we're not heavily engaged anymore, are we? Because the enemy's fallen back. We've got none of our troops with the enemy on. So we're only engaged now. So decrease, which means for the one PC marker we're checking, which is that one there, is only PC marker B. Right. Okay. Which is this card. B at engage is 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So that's gone. Right. Okay. Pinned recovery segment. Anywhere there's pinned units and no volume of fire. Right. So this -1 was actually from me. There's no enemy on that card now. So they would actually stop firing there and put small arms. Oh, it would create a PDF, wouldn't they? So that's gone because they were firing on the enemy that were there. So um, place PDF on top, and that would be small arms. We've still got small arms. We still right. So hold on. These now, because there's no PDF. Oh, there is a PDF on here. Sorry. No, there isn't, because there's artillery. That stops the PDF there. So flip that to that. So there's no PDF on here. He's no longer pinned. Unpinned. So that then increases the volume of fire from that machine gun up to automatic, even though it's going to be the artillery. Was he pinned? He was. So he's now unpinned. Again, no volume of fire there. No pinning on any of those guys. No pinning on any of these guys. These are pinned. There's a volume of fire there. There's a big artillery shell landing on there. Those are pinned. There's no volume of fire on there, so they become unpinned. Unpinned. There is no volume of fire on there. Just double check that. What are these guys doing? There's a machine gun here. All right, level 2, level 3, level 4. So they can see straight up there. So there is a PDF place from here at the top. Move it to there. Then rotate it clockwise. There we go. It's a machine gun. So he'll be firing with a machine gun onto here, which is placed on, which is automatic weapons. There we go. Oh, that's useful. So this one is a small, he's still firing on there. Yes. This moved, so it's not firing this turn. Whew. This is quite a complicated scenario, I must admit. It's fascinating. but it is complex. If you enjoyed what I've done so far, please hit the like button. It all helps the channel. Subscribe if you haven't done so already and you enjoy what I do. And remember to put the little bell that will notify you whenever I do an upload. Any comments, much appreciated. Okay, so that's the pinned recovery segment, plus some PDF updating. Let's do the combat effect segment starting from top. Okay, so starting from here, he's firing on my guy here with pinned fire, all pinned. So that's +2, +3 for the terrain, -2 because I'm exposed. Net +1. Net +1. Whew, that's a miss. That is beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. Firing on this guy then, we have the automatic weapons fire of -1, +1 for the cover, +1 for pinned, minus another 2. So net -3 +2 is net -1 on that fire team. That's a miss. That's not so beautiful. Not so beautiful at all. Right, these guys aren't firing anywhere. Okay, moving on to the next one. This next row. Right, along here. Along here, into here. Okay, so it's the artillery, the big one here. -5. Does the crossfire count? Does the crossfire count? Looking at it does, because that's the VOV modifier. That's -6. -7, -8 on each one of those because of their exposed status, and there's no terrain there yet. -8. Okay, well, -4 on that fire team. That's a hit. The effect on the fire team. He's green. He becomes a litter team. Hit result L. There we go. The litter team itself is also going to be -4. That's a hit. And he becomes paralyzed. Mark as. Hit result is paralyzed. Boom. Okay. So that's that card. Moving over here. There's no fire on that card. Right. Next row along is here. Okay, so we've got only the automatic, only the incoming is counting. -3. +1. Ooh. No, it's +0 because it's incoming fire. Put that down there. So it's -3, +1 for the cover, +1 for pinned. Net -1. Net -1 versus the litter team. He remains pinned. Net -1 versus the fire team. He's now hit and he becomes paralyzed. No, I've got to change that to a P. There we go. Moving along on here. Boom, boom, boom. No additional effect. There's nobody there. Right. Moving down. Do we have any place that we're getting hit? Doesn't look like we are, apart from here. So no. There's no other fire down here. So that's that. All right. So I'm going to do the update of the ammo. Okay. So this machine gun fired over there. So that is now marked as ammo goes down to 1. Nothing ammo-wise from there. The recorderless rifle did fire. His ammo goes down to 4. Nothing fired there. No, nothing fired here. Right, this didn't fire because it was moving. Right, so this machine gun did fire. Goes down to 5. This machine gun fired. Goes down to 3. No firing here. The enemy don't have any machine guns. So that's it. Right, let's do a cleanup. That was quite tricky, to be honest. And by then pulling back, the situation changed quite dramatically. So, should he have been recovered from the unpinned? There was no fire on that card, was there? So he shouldn't be pinned. Unpin. Right. Anything else that I might have missed? Probably. Okay. So 2 turns to go. We are in sniffing distance of this one, but that enemy falling back there has created a little bit of a conundrum, especially it had no effect on him. Little conundrum. But now we can maybe move up to here, take them prisoner, and maybe even get in there. Oh, it's going to be tight because they've got A contacts here. Fascinating. Fascinating. All right, so that's the end of that. Let's just come back to me, or come to me. There we go. Tricky. Very tricky. 2 turns left, all to play for. Could go anyway. I mean, if they get another one of those fallback orders, brilliant. I mean, it negated some of my fire, but there we go. That's what happens. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. As I said a few moments ago, if you did like the video, please give it a thumbs up. It all helps the channel. Subscribe if you haven't done so already, and any comments would be much appreciated. Share with someone that you think that might enjoy this as well. But until next time, play games, have fun. Bye, Internet.